Hello, hello. Our activity today is called Nonsense Names. And it also happens to be our read aloud today. So we are going to read the book Henny Penny, and we are going to find all the silly names in this book that rhyme. So nonsense means it doesn't make any sense, it's silly, it's just for fun. So as I read this book, we are going to discover the different characters and pick out the nonsense rhyming names that are in the book. Henny Penny. Retold by Bonnie Dobkin, illustrated by Sean Atkin. Henny Penny. Henny Penny lived with her friends in a wonderful kingdom of forests, meadows, and ponds. It was as perfect a place as you could imagine, unless you were Henny Penny. So the first nonsense name, I'll give it to you, is Henny Penny. And both of those names sound the same, which means they rhyme. One morning, Henny Penny was talking with her friend, Ducky Lucky. The sun was shining and the sky was blue. Breezes played with the leaves of the trees. "What a perfect day," said Ducky Lucky. "Yes," said Henny Penny. "I just hope it doesn't get too hot or too windy. Or, my goodness, what if it rains?" Ducky Lucky shook his head. "You worry too much. Why don't you go look for something to eat?" "All right," sighed Henny Penny. "I suppose I could hunt for some nice crunchy bugs." Okay, so Henny Penny has met a friend, Ducky Lucky. I wonder who else she's going to meet. So Henny Penny wandered down the road, picking and flicking and pecking and checking. Ooh, those are rhyming words also. Finally, she stopped under an old oak tree. Bugs and grubs were everywhere. "Well, these look tasty," said Henny Penny. "I only hope I don't get sick from eating too much." Just then, the wind puffed through the branches of the oak tree. It loosened an acorn. The acorn fell straight down and clunk, it hit Henny Penny on the head. "Ouch!" cried Henny Penny. "What was that?" She looked around but didn't see anything. "My goodness, the sky must be falling. I must go and tell the king." Henny Penny fluttered back down the road. Soon she passed the pond where her friend was still swimming. "What's wrong?" asked Ducky Lucky. Henny Penny didn't even stop. "The sky is falling! The sky is falling! I must go tell the king." "Are you sure?" asked Ducky Lucky. "I remember when you lost a feather and thought your wing was coming off." "Look at this bump on my head," said Henny Penny. "I tell you, the sky is falling." "Then I'll come with you," said Ducky Lucky, and he jumped out of the pond. Soon they came upon Turkey Lurkey, who was gobbling berries from a bush. "What's the matter?" he asked. "Why are you running?" "The sky is falling," cried Henny Penny and Ducky Lucky. "We must go and tell the king." "Are you sure?" asked Turkey Lurkey. "I remember when you—" "Ducky Lucky believes me," said Henny Penny. "Besides, look at this bump on my head." "Well," said Turkey Lurkey, "if you have a bump and Ducky Lucky believes you, then it must be true." He spit out the berries and joined them. So now we have Henny Penny and Ducky Lucky and Turkey Lurkey. Next, they saw Goosey Lucy arranging some twigs in her nest. "What's the matter?" she said. "Why are you running?" "The sky is falling," cried Henny Penny, Ducky Lucky, and Turkey Lurkey. "We must go tell the king." "Are you sure?" asked Goosey Lucy. "I remember—" "Look at this bump on my head," said Henny Penny. "I tell you, the sky is falling." Well, said Goosey Lucy, if you have a bump and Ducky Lucky believes you and Turkey Lurkey has joined you, then it must be true. And she began waddling beside them as fast as she could. So now we have Henny Penny, Ducky Lucky, Turkey Lurkey, and Goosey Lucy. Ooh! I corrected my mistake. The four friends were nearing the forest. Cocky Locky was roosting on a tree branch, practicing his crow. What's the matter? He asked. Why are you running? The sky is falling, cried Henny Penny, Ducky Lucky, Turkey Lurkey, and Goosey Lucy. We must go and tell the king. Are you sure? Asked Cocky Locky. Look at this bump on my head, said Henny Penny. The sky is definitely falling. Well, said Cocky Locky, if you have a bump and Ducky Lucky believes you and Turkey Lurkey has joined you and Goosey Lucy says it's so, then it must be true. And he fluttered down from the branch. So who are we meeting now? Yep, Cocky Locky. All right. Oop, blue marker. Now, the five friends hurried into the forest. They had only gone a little way when Foxy Loxy stepped out from a cluster of trees. Oh my, he said, you all look so distressed. Whatever is the matter? So who are we meeting now? Foxy Loxy. Okay, and I'm going to write Foxy Loxy over here. Let's see, we'll do it here. He is curious. Whatever is the matter? The sky is falling, cried Henny Penny, Ducky Lucky, Turkey Lurkey, Goosey Lucy, and Cocky Locky. We must go tell the king. Why, of course you must, said Foxy Loxy. Listen, my friends, I know the king well, and I also know a shortcut to the palace. So follow me. There isn't a moment to lose. Do you trust that face? Look at that. The fox led them further into the woods down a twisty, turning trail. We are almost there. Or are we almost there? Asked Henny Penny. Almost, said Foxy Loxy. But oh dear, you all look so tired. Should we stop at my den for a moment? You can meet my family and rest for a while. Yes, please, said Henny Penny, Ducky Lucky, Turkey Lurkey, Goosey Lucy, and Cocky Locky. Right this way, said Foxy Loxy. As they walked, he told them about his lovely wife, Roxy Loxy, and he told them about the four little Loxies, Moxie, Soxy, Poxy, and Doxy. What he didn't tell them was that all five were sitting around the dinner table, waiting for Foxy Loxy to bring home dinner. Okay, so let's write down all those Loxies. Here we go. The wife was Roxy Loxy. And we had Moxie. And Soxy. And Poxy. And Doxy. And they are all Loxies. Whew. Okay. Well, here we are, said Foxy Loxy, stopping in front of a low rock ledge. He bowed and waved his arm towards the dark opening underneath, and Henny Penny, Ducky Lucky, Turkey Lurkey, Goosey Lucy, and Cocky Locky all marched down into the fox's den. Now, two things didn't happen that day. The sky didn't fall, and no one met with the king. But Foxy Loxy's family still talk about the wonderful feast they had that day. Yipes. All right, so we're going back to our nonsense names chart. And we're going to read through all the different nonsense names we found in Henny Penny. Henny Penny, Ducky Lucky, Turkey Lurky, Goosey Loosey, Cocky Locky, Foxy Loxy, Roxy Loxy, Moxy Loxy, Soxy Loxy, Poxy Loxy, and Doxy Loxy. Whew! Can you come up with your own nonsense names? All right, see you all later.